Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. How are you? How are you? Let's make it public. Let's make it public. Whoa, let's make it public. Give me a second here. Make it public for you. Let's make it public. There it is. There it is. There it is. Let's make it public. It's now public. Whoa, 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 whoa. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Bardoui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardoui. And some people call me Little Boy. If you're from the enclave of Point Michel, aka La Pointe, you call me Luku Boy. Dominica made me, Boston raised me, now the South sustains me. You know what? Whitey Kumuli, tall as her body. That's where I'm from. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. For those of you who are tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you don't say hello, I won't be able to greet you. It's got a great night tonight. Man, I am lit. Nothing can take me down. I even got a Guinness right here. See my Guinness? Oh, I got a Guinness. Yeah, right. You know that I don't drink, man. How you people doing? How's everybody doing? Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. As you're doing that, as you're coming in, as you all know, I left Dominica in the 70s, right? And I came to the great Republic of the United States of America before Dominica was independent. But guess what I'm going to do before I play my theme song? I'm going to have to play some Dominican music, you know, music I grew up on back in the day. You know, it's my birthday. Puyo Coco. Hi. Good evening, Robin Martin in the Queen City. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, there we go. I got my lights. Woo! Ow! Chubby and Groovers. Oi, eu saio opini mwe. Ai, sabor do aldeia. Cuizão, é? Sabor do aldeia. Don't own the rights to this music. Sabor do aldeia. Yes, yes. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Happy birthday. Woo! Francesca Monza café. Oi! Que sal café mwen pou yo koko. Ou fe yo pini mwen pou yo koko. Au! Janice! How are you, my business partner? Woo! Yo koko. It's all Creole tonight, Creole music. Ow! 70s for the greatest time in Dominica. Yes. Pitch Goodwill. Good evening. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Welcome, everybody. Boy, let me stop this a minute. How are you beautiful people doing? I know people are starting to come in. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Bardoui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. If you're from Point Michel, aka St. Luke Parish, and you know me personally. Some people who are coming on, like June Bardui, you might call me Luca Boy. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Man, Dominica made me, Boston raised me, now the South sustained me. I got to say hello to my big sister, June Bardui, answer my prom date, my high school prom date, who bailed me out after they killing me, man. How you people doing? Welcome as I'm getting ready for the show. I'm playing a little chubby here, groovers. Yeah, man. Yo, Coco. It's my birthday. Woo! We have a great show in plan for you tonight. Thank you, everybody, for all the text calls, songs, and gifts and everything. Messi appeal. Bel Bicycla Dominique. Woo! As people stand to come in, welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Yo Coco, so Manchester, yo Coco. Prison, hein? Boy, all the old people like that song. I know Francis Cabon know that song. I know June Bardui know that song. Some of you people who are from Americans, you might not know this. So I want to say welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. That song was a classic song written by a guy they call Chubby from Grand Bay. That's where my eldest sister from, you know, for one coconut, you know, they were trying to penalize. I chose that song to open up because I think it reminds me of the journey. For those of you who know, who've been watching my page, today I turned, well, it's sunset, so it's actually another day. But you know how you will, the people do it, I'll do it your way. I turned the big 6-0. I'm really, really excited. I don't take it for granted. I thank good Lord above for all that he's done. You know, the good book says we only get 3 scores and 10, right? 3 scores and 10 is what we get. But I know one thing. What's important is that regardless if you get 3 scores and 10 or more or less, give thanks. Live a purpose-driven life. In other words, you know, live your life your way. Your way. Don't let anybody try to tell you what to do, what not to do. You know, I got my big balloon here. Messi appeal, Sandy Bardui, aka Muffin. Mwah! Messi for all the gifts and love and all the food and all the, man, I am happy. I am excited tonight. So I want to thank everyone for watching. Good evening, Miss Elizabeth Bardui, aka Cousin Safed. I'm so excited, man, because it's my birthday, guys. I'm doing a little longer intro today. You know, just bear with me. I got my malt right here. You all thought it was a Guinness, right? All you know, I doesn't drink gas. That's what 60 looks like. No drugs, no alcohol, PS Vian, no meats, no fish, no dairy, just fruits, nuts, grain, and you know I like sugar. Sugar not good for you, so give it up, give it up. But since you guys like this, I'm gonna play a little something else for you guys. Do you guys know this song right here? Since it's my birthday, we're having a little celebration. Before I play my theme song, some of you who are coming on right now, you know, wherever you're watching from, whether you're watching from the Caribbean, whether you're watching from, I might post it on WhatsApp. I might send it to a friend. Actually, let me go right now, go into YouTube, and someone just said, you have a podcast? I'm going to say, you know what, guys, play along with me. And that person, I want to get them on my podcast eventually. I'm going to say yes. And it's live now. It's live now. Go to Bardui Financial Services on YouTube. or Facebook. All right. So what I'm going to do right now, folks, I'm going to actually go to my, let me pull it up real quick. So many people told me happy birthday. I mean, there's so many people have done it. And I just want to make sure, let me make sure I have it showing up right now. We're live right now. Let me click on that. Make sure. Yep. There it is. Let me get the share it. I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to send it to 2 people right now. Those people actually said, "Oh, I'm not on Facebook." I'm like, "You're not on Facebook. I don't care if you're not on Facebook. You can still watch it. You're not on Facebook. You can still watch it. Don't give me that. I don't want to hear that, folks. I'm going to share it with some people right now. So bear with me. You know, it's my birthday. I have a good show in store for you tonight. But I'm going to send it to on my page and say I'm live now. Put it on WhatsApp. Hold on. Say, tune in. Watch me now. Let's see. I'm going to say, watch me now and celebrate with moi. All right. Celebrate. Let's put it right there. Let me fix that word. And guys, I have a good show. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have a little, I'm not going to watch you and type at the same time, but I just put it up there, right? So, so basically, someone just said, "Oh, what? Say hello. Say hello so I can shut you out. So I can shout you out." All right. So I want to say thank you who's watching right now. Dr. Lena, oh my God. Sabrina, welcome. Who else who's on there? Clyde Gaston Sakafet and everybody else who's on there. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. I'm going to start. I'm going to play a little music. Someone said they can't. Okay. Let me play a little more music for you guys, right? So let's go. Let me stop this right now. Let me this and get back into my music just before we start the show and play our theme song. Right there. Oh, let me see. The person just sent me a text and they said something. I want to make sure because actually I want to get this entrepreneur on my okay. I want to say okay. I could say watch later. No problem. Well, I said just shout you out. Just shout you out. Just shout you out. Well, I'm praying for you with your migraines, praying that you get better, and we're gonna have a good time. Good time. So, anyways, this is what I want to play next. You guys know this song? Do you guys know this song right here? This song right here? Hold on. This one right here. You all know this song? Supwe. Boca Supwe. Boca Supwe. Happy birthday, Mr. Terrence. Mr. Havis. Terrence Badoui. Oh, my goodness. I'm in the season. I'm in the season. Alvin, how are you, young man? Miss Lavassier, Messier, Bill, Deidre. Oh, Gerda's watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, she's watching. I'm going to get you on my podcast. I. Folks, listen, man. Let me stop this. Listen, guys. Let me stop this. I just played a little chubby for you guys, right? And the reason why I play that song, I'm going to play it again because it's a song that I like to, when people try to penalize you for foolishness, you got to say that. I got to say welcome to everybody who's watching right now. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Badoui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Badoui. But if you're from Point Michel, aka La in the Commonwealth of Dominica, you call me Luku. You don't say Bardui, you say Badwill. But Dominica made me, Boston raised me, now the South sustains me. Whitey Kubuli, tall is her body. That's where I'm from. However, I've spent almost 50 years now. In a couple of years, it'll be 50 years I've been in this great republic, but Dominica will always be my home. So I want to say welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. It's my birthday. I'm celebrating the big 6-0. I'm excited. Happy birthday, Messi Appeal, Muffin. Mwah! And everybody else gave me all the calls. I have birthday calls. I have birthday videos. I have birthday people singing. People made little TikToks. People made different things with me on it. I feel special tonight. But I'm going to talk about tonight, the older you get, the more expensive it becomes. But before we do that, let's have a little celebration and then we'll start. Do you guys know this song right here? Do you guys know this song right here? This is a song that everybody, right? Everybody should know this one, right? We're in the season, right? Some of you guys go to Creole Fest. Soupway, Zouk Class SL. Pas pièce problème. I got my lights. Happy birthday, young man. Zouk Class SL. This is what 60 looks like, folks. Boom! I was supposed to be going to Dominica in a couple of weeks, but I'm not, so I'm crying. Kosa. I'm celebrating tonight. The big 6-0. Yes. Celebrate with me, folks. Let me stop. Do you know what I want for my birthday? For my birthday, all I want you all to do is have your health. I want everyone to have health. I don't want no gifts from anybody. I just want you to be healthy. I never ask for gifts. I want health. I do my walks and I say health is wealth. You can use your health as equity to create wealth and create generational wealth on a tax-free basis. We'll talk a little about that tonight. But just before we do that, man, Zouk Class SL. Zouk Class SL, All right, stop it. Let me stop it, folks. Listen, welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. Enough partying. We'll do it a little before we end. I got to end at 8 on the dot. At 8:05, I have a team meeting for like 15, 20 minutes just to talk to my team because I'm going to still celebrate my birthday. But I just want everybody to know, I want to thank you for those of you who are watching near and Ann Wink all the way in New Jersey, the German goddess. How are you? Jackie Samuel. Oh my gosh. Yo, my beautiful cousin in New York, Miss Badouil Sakafet, Badouil Samuel, and everybody else who's watching. Esther Durant Kazemi all the way in St. Martin. And everybody, I will give everybody a shout out. As long as I see your name, I will give you a shout out. If I don't see your name, I can't give you a shout out. But I am celebrating, man. It's a milestone for me. I said my 6th decade, but one of my classmates from Boston Tech, which is an examination school, we had to take an examination to attend that school. He said, you're actually into your 7th decade. Realistically speaking, your 7th decade. And he's right. But some people say you don't look your age, you don't act your age. Well, age is just a number, man. God gave me this, my brains. He gave me my health. I thank God I have no health issues. I take no medication. This has got to go. There's 2 things I'm going to change about me, folks. My 60th birthday. I told one person in the whole wide world. There's only one person in the whole wide world. One thing that I'm going to change starting today. It's going to be really hard for me, but I'm going to start. And I told that person to check me every time I don't do it. One thing I'm going to do. And then the second thing, I'm going to change my glasses. I'm going to get bigger frames. I'm going to look more in vogue. But the thing about it is this, folks. As we do our show tonight, and as I celebrate my birthday, I want to thank each of you who's been watching for the last 4 years. February will be 5 years. We've been teaching non-traditional financial concepts. I've had entrepreneurs from the United States, from Dominica, and other places. And I try to empower people. What I try to do is my business, I can't help anyone in Dominica and St. Martin. I can't help anyone in Canada. People from Canada has called me and I've given them advice. People have called me from the Virgin Islands. People have called me from England, Mexico to help. I can't. What I do is I actually give them the non-traditional financial concept that I've learned and what I've been practicing for the last several years. As some of you don't know, I've been in financial services for almost 40. I'm going to my 49th year. I mean, my 39th year since I was 21. All right. And what I do is I try to teach you concepts that you don't. I spoke with someone today, someone who watched he didn't watch my show, but we interact on Facebook a lot. And they said, I can't even pay you. And I told them, man, you don't have to pay me. All you have to do is like and share my content so that people who need my help, I can help. So as we start our show, we're going to play our theme song sung by Jean Lapointe, my baby sister, all the way in Snellville, Georgia. Miss Maida Thomas, she says you don't have to be a star to be on my show. She says you don't have to have 1 million to be on my show. She says, come as you are. So as it says, come as you are, family. I'm going to set it up right now as we do our introductory song, and we're going to start our show. We're going to have a great celebration. I see a lot of people watching tonight, and some of you just came on just to tell me happy birthday, and I appreciate that. I don't take it for granted. Like I said, I have my regulars. I have people who I've got referrals from the show. Some of you people have reached out to me. I've helped all kinds of people. I will explain that in a little bit, but as I get my theme song queued up, I want each and every one of you to know that as I celebrate a new milestone, I'm going to change 2 things about me. Some of you are going to be very happy about it. It's going to be hard for me to do. Actually, I told that individual I don't want to change it. I don't want to, but I'm going to. At 60, I got to change how I operate. And with God as my guide and the Holy Spirit guiding me, I think I can do it. But I'm going to fall sometimes, but what I'm going to do is get back on that wagon. So here's our theme song. It says, come fam. You don't have to be a star to be on my show. You don't have to have 1 million to be on my show. So here we go. This is the Jean Lapointe singing, my baby sister, Miss Maida Thomas from Snellville, Georgia, singing for her big brother. You don't have to be a star. Come, family. Come as you are.
Family, come as you are, with just your heart, and I'll help you win. Are you rejected or hurt? Tell me your worth, much more than you put in.
That's my baby sister singing right there.
Now I don't need no superstar, 'cause I'll accept you as you are. You won't be denied, 'cause I'm satisfied with the help that I can provide. You don't have to be rich, family, to be on my show. You don't have to have 1 million, family, to be on my show.
Boom. You know, there's some family members who are not on Facebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually send them a link right now for Tuesdays with Terrence so that they can see and they can watch now. Let me do that right now for the family. Let's do that for the family. And then we can start the show. So when you're the producer, the director, the owner, the content creator, everything, you know, you do it. And actually, I love this. I like being a one-man show because I get to go my content. Let me see. Tune in now, family. Let's see if they tune in. So, all right. So there we go. Make sure you don't have to be a star to be on. You don't have to have to be show. Family, come you are, welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. I am so excited and elated. All honor and glory to the Most High God for, let me see here. I'm excited about that. I want to thank all my family and friends for all the well wishes and the singing, but especially Muffin, aka Mrs. Sandy Bardui, for all that you've done. Excuse me, for all that you've done. You made it a great birthday for me so far, and there's more to come. So I want to make sure that I give accolades and give Jack his jacket. So tonight, as we start our show, I'm thinking about this and I'm saying to myself, I got my light flicking. You guys are laughing at my lights. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off my lights for a minute and I'll turn it back on before the show starts. Before the show ends, I'll turn it back on. So for all of you who are watching, Miss Sandra Charles, thank you for the birthday wishes. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's told me happy birthday. And that's what I do. I think it's really important that you recognize those who recognize you. I'm a huge proponent of that. I think you have to thank people for what they do and all the how would I say it? All the accolades that they give you. So again, Miss Carmen Joseph, all the way in Antigua, welcome. Bonsoir, Sandra Charles, all the way in Chester, Virginia, and everybody else. Let me give a shout out to D Bling. She just sent me something on the came up. Jackie Samuel, Gregory, thank you, Mapil. Brina Point, Detri Labastien, Ditra Labastien, Jean Lapointe, Point Michel Girl, Bardui, everybody else is watching. I can tell you guys, welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Some of you, I can't see you. Some of you, if you don't say hello, I can't recognize you, but I'm going to try to shout out to everybody that I see. I gave the shout out to Ann Wink, Esther Duran Kazemi. I gave it to Pete Goodwill, Alvin Voss, Q, Marina Williams, Sakafet, my Northeastern University cohort, Clyde and Dr. Lena, and everybody else, especially the girl from Posse. I want to say thank you for tuning in tonight, and everybody else who's watching. I don't want to make anyone feel, but Tuesdays with Terrence is a financial services show. Here at Bardui Financial Services, in partnership with American Classic Agency, what we do is we teach non-traditional financial concepts for people in the continental United States. However, some of you watching from different countries, you have family members. You do in the United States. And actually, a lot of them need my help. Last night, I was talking to a client, and, we were doing some transfer of funds for them. They just lost their dad a couple of months ago. And we were talking about, things that people need to do. And I was telling that individual, you know what, your dad did all the planning for you. And it didn't cost you a penny when he transitioned. A lot of us, we think about long planning. Long distance planning for some people is what they're going to wear for Creole Fest. Some people is what they're going to wear for Carnival. That's the long distance planning. Some people, it's like on Saturday night, we'll be going to dinner, with some friends, celebrating birthdays and anniversaries. But that's not long-term planning, folks. That is not. What that is lifing. In the Bible, in Proverbs, it says a good man. When they're talking about a good man, they're not talking about a man that, like, it could be a man or a woman, right? A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children. Some of you are watching right now. I see Miss Sandra Charles watching. Her daughter is an entrepreneur and a soldier who protects us every day. Thank you for your service, Andrea Hill, Mrs. Andrea Hill. But she says she doesn't want her children. She doesn't want her children to have to go through the things that she went through. So she's planning now. So a lot of you, what happens is that a lot of you don't know how to plan. And it's okay. It's kind of like if your car is not working, you take it to the mechanic, right? If you need your hair done, you go to the cosmetologist or the hairdresser, cosmetologist for the nails and stuff like that, right? If you had a bad back, you go to the chiropractor. You want a massage, you go to the masseuse. Why is it that you're taking financial services help or advice from people who have no clue? If your foundation is flawed, your whole house won't stand when hurricanes come and storms. So what I try to teach people is to solidify your foundation. Make sure you get that solid first. I was talking to my sister today, my big sister, and we were talking about she's going home and I'm not going. She wanted me to go. I can't go. My passport. That's neither. It's my fault. I'm a procrastinator. But all those things are going to change, right? But we're talking about how sometimes we don't realize what's important in our lives. Sometimes we forget the most important things in our lives. And one of the most important things in our lives is our legacy, our children. I see that you guys talk about your children. You post about them. Some of you say you'll do this and do that for them, but you don't put them into a position. I was talking to a Facebook friend yesterday who called me, reached out to me over the weekend for some advice. Excuse me. And I was telling them, you have grandchildren? They say, yeah. I said, why don't you start now? Give them the start that you didn't have. When I become a grandparent one day, I'll be doing the same thing. So check this out. The title says it's more expensive than it's more expensive the older you get. The older you get, it's more expensive. Do you know 10 years ago, I was 50 years old, right? And a 60-year-old cannot take care of a 50-year-old, but a 50-year-old can take care of a 60-year-old. If you're 24 or 34, a lot of you are in your 30s or 40s or 50s. What are you waiting for? Why is it taking you so long to make a conscious decision to solidify your financial legacy? You see, today's my birthday. I don't have to be doing this. I could be celebrating, having a good old time, backing it up, right? But I still come on here to educate, pontificate, teach you that you got to make changes. Why wait? I was talking to someone recently, and they told me, let's wait. And I said, no, let's not wait. Let's get approved and then work on the back end of how we're going to do it. We can put it on hold, but you're already approved. And we're making sure that nothing happens, or we can augment it, or we can shrink it. We can fix it. The key here, a lot of us, what we do is we don't have the importance of proper planning. Proper planning prevents poverty. Proper planning prevents poverty. And poor planning, what does that do? It doesn't prevent what I just said. It's really important, it's really important, folks, that you don't wait till you get to my age. Someone said to me, man, you don't look your age. I say, I don't feel my age. Maybe sometimes when I go tie my shoelace. I know I don't look my age. I don't act my age. You know why? Because age is just a number. But also the companies that I deal with, multi-billion-dollar companies, A-rated, to all the rating companies, know that the earlier you is, anything worth having has to be built brick by brick. Brick by brick. Brick by brick. I was talking with my sister. We were talking about, maybe we should think about Dominica, But the thing about it is, you have to have a plan. You have to have a foundation, and then you have to build on it. And the way that you do that is making sure you talk to the right people. You talk to the right people. First of all, you consult with him, see what he has to say. Sometimes he's quiet. and you may have to just chill and listen. And then sometimes you may have to say, you know what, I'm gonna listen to what he has to say. Why are we waiting till we're older, broken, with all kinds of chronic or critical or some things that cannot be cured before we start thinking about planning? I remember I did some planning for a young person 2 years ago, 24 years old, had a baby. We tried to secure $2 million for them. And I said we can convert that and make it into a plan so when your kid's ready for college, they're all set. They talk to somebody else and they can't. Now, that's right. That's okay. I'm not upset with them. I just don't feel sorry for you when life happens. Now, that sounds harsh. I mean, I care. I care. I care about homelessness too, but I can't get homes for every homeless person. I can't do everything for every homeless person. You know, it's October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm wearing pink. See my pink shirt? Pink is just awareness. Wearing pink doesn't cure breast cancer or cancer. It just brings awareness that people need to, you know, watch what they eat, and sometimes already in us, change, get annuals done, your colonoscopies, your doggone prostate exams, your mammograms if you're a woman, all different things you have to do it. Because one of the things that tears my heart is when people are sick and they want my help. The reason why I walk and I say health is wealth is because I'm trying to tell you, do it while you're healthy or you have some health. And I'm not here to ostracize anybody because life happens. Some things are hereditary. Some things are reversible, like diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol. Those things are reversible. Some of us, we don't want to change how we eat. And then it affects us. Some of us, I had an appointment on Sunday briefly, Saturday night briefly, with my clients in New Hampshire. She knows who she is. And we created a get out of debt plan for her, and she's following it. Now she acquired more, but now what we're doing is she says to me, I feel funny that I have to call you to spend my money. I smiled. You know why I smiled? Because she gets it. She can do whatever she wants with her money, but we all need accountability partners. And that's what I am. I'm the person to tell you, don't do that. I'm the person to tell you, do that. The older you get, the more expensive it is. Why are you going to wait till you were like in your 60s, like me? You'd ever notice when you were 20-something, teenagers, 20s, 30s, man, you were rocking and rolling all night long. You start in your 50s, 60s, you're on the back nine of life, man. The good Lord only give us 10. I told that to my eldest brother. He called me happy birthday. He said he can lend me a score because he's more than 3 scores of 10. The point that I'm trying to make here is simply this. Don't let too late be your cry. When today's my birthday, and guess what? It's more expensive than it was a year ago, 2 years ago. Because time waits on no man. It doesn't. And some of you, you know, someone says, and said, I don't know that song, but I love it. I'll send it to you. And the point I'm trying to make here is simply this, guys. I don't care where you live. It's okay, Miss Labastien. It's okay. I know it's late where you are. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Point Michelle girl. I don't care where you are. I don't care where you live. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur. I don't care if you are an employee. You need solid financial planning. So for those of you in Dominica, right, who's watching, you know, I had a guest on 2 years ago. Miss Luana Luan from Finance Focus. Do you guys follow Finance Focus? She's on WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everything. Are you guys following her tips? She even said a couple years ago, you like getting your fingernails done and your toes done and your hair done, put it in your budget. If it's not in your budget, you can't do it. So the way you get to do it is put it in your budget and you work with that budget. And I want to make it very clear. Please don't think people who give you advice don't make mistakes in their personal lives. We all do. But we all need an accountability partner. So, for example, I'm watching right now. I can see Felicia, Lisa Starr, my business partner. She's on right now. And she's always talking about making sure you talk to her in Maryland and Virginia. And she's right. You know why? Because she knows the importance of financial planning. Folks, I'm dancing here tonight as I watch Miss Connie Roberts. Good night to see you all the way in Trafalgar, Dominica. Nancy, Sac Passe, Naboule, my good old Haitian sister all the way in New York. Sandra Boswell, oh my gosh. Sandra, you'll always be Sandra Cooper, right? Remember her? One of the most beautiful girls of my high school. She's watching tonight. Good evening. It's paramount, folks, that we change what we do. Some of you are my age. You may have a 401k from a former job. You need to secure that. I can roll that over for you. Sarah Commodore, Saga Fet, bonsoir. Some of you, Ronald Rivera, Saga Fet Gassan, kind of late where you are, Some of you have had jobs over the years, and money's just sitting there, going ups and down. Tell you guys about it today. You know what? Yesterday, the stock market was up high, right? All the gains from yesterday was lost today. The Dow Jones was down 324.80 points. The NASDAQ was down 187.10, and the S&P was down 44. So stock futures are a little changed after the S&P slips from record highs. This week, the S&P, the Dow and the NASDAQ, they were high. I think the S&P was at all-time high. I think the Dow as well. But guess what? Hedge against your losses with guarantees. I used to tell people I'm the safe money man, and I am. My clients never lose a penny. They participate in the gains of the market. Like I just did a rollover for a client of mine, and they participate in the gains of the market. They will never lose a penny. A client I was talking to last night, they told me they have an interview on Monday. I pray to God get the job. Because you know what? If they get it, I can roll over all of their 401k for them and protect that. And they can take risk with their new 401k. What happens to a lot of you, you're over 59 and a half. You can do an in-service withdrawal. Some of you, I have a friend, man, she wants me to move her money over 200 grand, about 213 grand. But guess what? Her company will not allow an in-service withdrawal. But a lot of companies do. Some of you all don't understand these concepts. You don't. And the reason that you don't is because this is one of the things I said I'm going to do starting today, is to watch how I say what I say. I've spoken to some people, right, that I thought were A1 on financial concepts. And after I met with them one-on-one, I realized they're lacking. Now, those people are smart enough to know that they had to reach out. And it wasn't something that I made them feel inferior I always tell people, I don't care what your financial situation is. I don't care if you live in paycheck to paycheck. I don't care if you, like to say in the South, po. I don't care if you're a millionaire. I don't care if you're middle class, upper middle class. I don't care if you're just getting by. Wherever you are, you need a plan. And I've said it many times. I have clients who are literally millionaires. And I have clients who are literally paupers. And what's commonplace about both of those demographics, they know they need help. Is the ones who believe they don't and they know everything that I feel sorry for. And sometimes some of you, I want to make it clear, I don't care where you are financially. If you don't want me to know, I have hundreds of I can refer you to that I trust who could do the same thing that I do. What I tell people is simply this. You can go talk to a multitude of professionals. None are to specific situations. Some of you have no clue of how to get from where you are to your next destination financially. Some of you are making good money, but you're spending it frivolously. Some of you are not making a lot, but you are redirecting inefficient dollars into efficiencies that can create what you need down the road. I was talking to someone yesterday, I would never call their name, and maybe they'll watch tonight. And they've been paying on something since 2008, and they thought they had equity or cash value. They did not. And they wasn't aware of what they had. Now, and the funny thing about it, I'm not mad with them. And I told them, if you want to do a conversion with them, I'll show you how to do it. It's going to be a little more expensive, but you got to do it. But for the past 16 years, you've been paying with no return. The good thing is, if you died, your family would have received something. But how about putting something in place that you can access while you're alive? You worked hard. Some of you worked 2-3 jobs. You have. But I want to make sure, folks, don't wait till you're 60 years old to start making decisions. But even if you are 60, I can still help you. I can still help you. And I take great pride in giving advice. I take great pride in making sure that you do everything you're supposed to do. Good evening, Michael. I take great pride in making sure that you do everything that you need to do. As a matter of fact, I don't even care if you like me, like my client in New Hampshire. She likes me, but she says she finds it hard that she needs my permission to use her money. And I said, no, you don't need my permission. But she says, I know I do, because you're my accountability partner. We all need an accountability partner. Do you have an accountability partner? Do you? For all of you watching tonight, Trevor says, I just crossed another border. I did. For all of you watching tonight, do you have an accountability partner? Professionally, spiritually, psychologically, personally? We all need one. Folks, I'm sitting here tonight happy that I'm in a new decade. But guess what? Someone told me today they think I'm going to live a long life because I don't look my age. I'm so vibrant. I take no medication. Maybe so. But anything can happen to me. And that's what you have to think about, the life happens part. 4 years ago, my baby sister was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer. She had both breasts removed, and she had surgery, and now she's cancer-free. About 13 years ago, I think it was 12 or 13 years ago, my eldest sister was diagnosed with breast cancer. Both of them are doing good now, but it was devastating. Now, I'm not picking on them, but neither of them had living benefits. So what my baby sister says is educate people, educate your family. That's why I do Tuesdays. I do it for two reasons: to educate you, because there's other ways that I can prospect. I can buy leads, but I do it this way. It doesn't cost you a penny to listen to me for an hour. If it's late, if you're in Europe, you can watch it. To have family members in New York, in Miami, in Houston, in Boston, Philly. Like they say in Dominica, tout sortes de places, everywhere. Some of you that have family members in America. Why aren't they talking to a friend of yours? You know, I was telling someone earlier, we do a lot of this. We do a lot of that. But we don't put our money where our mouth is to protect. Just, folks, let me tell you this. Today, I had a great day. I had a great day today. I thank God for another year. But if today, when I was driving, I was in a car accident, my family would have been good. It would have been good. So what I'm saying to you is, it's more expensive the older you get. Don't wait. Some of you have grandchildren here. There are some people who've given me all kinds of excuses. It's okay. I'm not here to control your money or your pocketbook. But what I do know is this. Let me turn my light on. What I do know is this. Life happens. And when life happens, it's late then. You know how many people have contacted me when they had cancer, or they had a stroke, or they have a disability? It's too late then. Proper planning prevents. Poor planning. You know what? How would I say it nicely? Poor planning is no one's fault but yours. You see, they say knowledge is power. I disagree. Applied knowledge is power. As you learn, you have to change. If you're in Dominica, you make $100 a week, you have to save $5 or $2. You in Mexico, how many pesos you make, you have to save. You in England, you have to save pounds. You in Canada, you have to save. All of that stuff, you have to solidify your base with an insurance to protect you, just in case you don't make it home tonight. Listen, man, as I celebrate this, I've made the decisions I have to make for me. And I want you guys to do the same thing for you. So, as we close, and before I close, I'm an old dude, so I'm going to play some old music for you guys as we close. I want you to know that don't let anybody steal your joy. Don't let anybody prevent you from planning. Don't let the naysayers. Don't be too proud to ask for help. You know what comes before a fall? Pride. Don't do that. So as we close, what did Chubby say? Like and share. Good night, everybody. Dominica made me. Boston raised me. The South sustains me. Don't wait until you're 60 to plan. Do it now. Woo! Puyo Coco. I love you. I love you. Happy birthday, Gaston.
O veranea, o fegesa, o café moré. O fama tia, si mueve, o piri moré. Mami, mwen sete, konsepsou de kabrile ou. Mwen sete, tout kwa ou de kapige. Mwen mwen misye. Sa kontou kwa sa ou deye.
Mine in front, yours behind.
Sa kontou kwa sa ou deye.
Compliments of the season, Creole Fest.
Sa kontou kwa sa ou deye.
Like and share.
Sa kontou kwa sa ou deye.
Robin Martin, have a good night. Get your rest. Thank you for watching tonight. I'll text you tomorrow. Happy birthday, Mr. Havis Terrence Matthew, aka Manuel. Jala Point, Luku boy. Boy.
Kisa ou kafe mwen pou yo
Koko. Who fed your beanie when Puyo Koko for one coconut? Puyo Koko. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Good night. Like and share. Happy birthday. I love you too, Sandy. Thank you. And everybody else. Thanks for all the gifts. And everybody for the calls and the texts. Thank you a lot. I got a team meeting coming up now for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then I'm out. Woo! Good night, everybody. Hey, listen, man. Melissa and everybody else, we're going to get into our team meeting. But I want to tell you guys this. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Don't let anybody, as you go through your days, make sure you plan properly. Make sure you do what you need to do. And please don't wait till your 60s to start planning. It's not too late, but then you're behind the 8 ball. You want to start while you're young. And tell that to your children and your grandchildren. And tell that to you yourself as well. Put something in place. Protect what you have. Access it while you're alive. Don't just do everything for everybody when you're dead. You got to do it while you're alive. So as I close tonight, my baby sister says, you don't have to be a star to be on my show. You don't have to have $1 million to be on my show. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Happy birthday to me. I didn't play any birthday songs tonight. I don't care. But I am going to say, you don't have to be a star to be on my show. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Thank you for watching tonight. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Uyokoko, Papi Mwe. Come, family, as you are.
Family, come as you are, with just your heart, and I'll help you win. Are you rejected or hurt? Tell me your worth, much more than you put in.
I don't need no superstars.
Now I don't need no superstar, 'cause I'll accept you as you are. You won't be denied, 'cause I'm satisfied with the help that I can provide. You don't have to be rich family to be on my show. You don't have to have $1 million family to be on my show.
You what Miss Minna Thomas said, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to have $1 million to be on my show. Folks, let me tell you something. As I leave you for the night, we're in the last quarter for 2024. Don't procrastinate. Don't be like me. Don't wait till you get older. Make your plans and save something. You don't know how to save? I'll teach you how to budget. I don't care where you live. It's not going to cost you anything. Some of you, we post a lot of foolishness on social media, right? But when I do Tuesdays with Terrence, I try to make sure I educate individuals. You know what? Start a budget. Make sure you do it right. Because I don't want too late to be your cry. Good night. Bonsoir. Good night, everybody. Mwah. Risa HD. Mwah. Sabrina Kazemi. Mwah. Everybody, good night. I love you. Sandy Badui. Round 2 coming up. Mwah. Everybody, hasta la vista. Team meeting. Boom. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.